So many swimming tools, but how many of you use one of these? Welcome to today's video on swim cords or swim bands. Now I know doing swim cord or swim band work along with everything else we have to do as triathletes is a bit of a pain, but doing these exercises really helps prevent injury, especially for ramping up our swimming. It works on the stabilizer muscles in our shoulders and our back, and if you don't have access to the pool or you're not able to swim, you can do these at home instead. So we'll go through all the exercises together and then stay tuned to the end where we put that into your freestyle technique. Okay, so you can get different types of swim bands. These ones are resistance bands. They're quite cheap. You get them at different tensions. They come in different colours. They're good to use as long as you tie this end around something and then you can pull on the other end. Then you can get swim specific bands like these ones. And these have handles, or even some have paddles on the end. These are quite good because they've got good resistance. Again, you can get them different colours, different strengths. They have a loop, so you can loop that around something to keep it in place. Or they even have this on the end which loops around your door. And then if you've got nothing else, you can even use a bike inner tube. Loop that around something sturdy. You can tie a loop in the other end for you to pull on. So you just hook this part over the door, like so, and then you can pull on that and it stays in place. Okay, for our first exercise, we're going to hold our band out in front of us, put a little bit of tension on there, keeping our arms nice and straight. We're raising them up with straight arms over towards the back and then back forwards again. Up over our head and then back down. This is a great exercise to increase mobility in the shoulders. Make sure you keep a strong core and do not push past your limits. Repeat 10 times as part of a warm-up. Okay, for the next exercise, you need to put the band down on the floor, stand on top of one end, nice, good posture, core engaged, straight arm, and your arm's going to come up in line with your shoulder the whole time, all the way up to the top. You're going to need a nice long band for this one, so you can get all the way up. If there's too much resistance on your band, then just come up to halfway. With this exercise, we are working those smaller shoulder and back muscles that will help prevent injury. Repeat 10 times on each arm. The next one's very similar to the one before. Bands back on the floor. Standing on one end, core engaged, straight arm, this time out to the side and then up to the top. So keeping everything still here, and we're just working on those shoulder muscles, these muscles here. Okay, next we're going to do internal and external rotations. So you need to tie your band onto something at hip height, loop it around your hand. We're going to tuck our elbow right into our side, keeping our arm at 90 degrees, and you're just moving your arm across the front of your body like that. Internal and external rotation exercises help strengthen our rotator cuff muscles. As triathletes, we do a lot of front crawl. Strengthening these muscles will help prevent injury. Okay, and then for the external rotation, same thing, bands tied to something at hip height, keeping our elbow tucked into our side, and this time we're moving our arm outwards. So the elbow stays right up against our side, and the arm just moves out to the side. Make sure your core is staying strong and your body is not twisting with your arm. Repeat 10 times on each side. Okay, for this last exercise, you're going to hold the band behind you with one hand, over the top of your head with the other, and then you're pulling up, keeping your bottom hand still, and your top hand is moving up and down. Slowly raise your arm overhead, squeezing your tricep. Pause for a second before lowering your hand to the start position. Switch sides and do 10 repeats on each arm. Strengthening our triceps helps to stabilise the shoulder and elbow joints, as well as providing a strong finish to our freestyle stroke. Okay, the bit you've all been waiting for. Now we've done all of those exercises, let's work on our freestyle technique. So, with your bands, you want to put them up against something sturdy. I've got a concrete post here. You want to bend down at the hip, having a nice straight back. So we're in our swimming position. Okay, so there's 3 parts to the freestyle technique we want to focus on with our bands. The first one is the catch, which is the first part of our motion, where we're catching the top of the water. The next one is the press. We want to keep a nice high elbow and we're pressing down on the water there. And then the last one is the push, which is the last part where we come through at the end of our stroke. So let's put all of that together with our band work. Don't forget to even them out, so you're doing both arms, and you can even do both arms together if you want. Okay, I hope you liked today's video and the exercises that we did. Let me know if you use any of those exercises yourself when you're warming up for your swim sessions or to accompany your swimming. Leave a comment down below if you've got any other exercises that you use, and please like and subscribe. See you next time.